Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Audition of the ISO ABCD Conference 2024. Today, we will present the research paper that we have made with the title written Innovation in Virtual World and the Impact on User Brain and Mental Development System, a systematic literature review. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Ardiansyah and my partner is Harry Herman. We are students of Binus University. We would also like to thank to our supervisor, Mr. Alexander Agung Santoso Gunawan and Mr. Muhammad Edo Syaputra for their good guidance during completion for this research. At the beginning of this presentation, we will start with the introduction. Virtual reality or VR and augmented reality or AR application experience of very fast growth, effective people activity in virtual world. The effect of VR and AR on the mind and mental health in the rising technology is also under considered. Studies have revealed that VR and AR have potential to improve motor cognition and skill competence in human beings. Each of these technology has been shown and been helpful in education and mental care improvement. AR application allow or for enhancing therapy techniques, and VR has the efficient in treating anxiety and in mental health care. This research used the systematic literature review or SLR method to reckon innovation in virtual world and their impact on user brain and mental development system literature review.
Purpose of the research. First one is to research recent advancements in the field of VR and AR and cognitive evolution of the human mind and related disorders. Second, to identify possibilities of using VR and AR for the development of cognitive functions, for recovery of cognitive disorders, and for overall humans' quality of life enhancement. Third one, in this case, the author aimed at determining the benefits or drawbacks of using VR and or AR technologies to influence mental health. The last one is to indicate the necessity of further research as to how considerations of VR and AR therapies might be improved.
Okay, next is the research methodology. This research utilizes the systematic literature review methodology. Reference several academic database include EAAA, Explore, Google Scholar, and Scopus to search for relevant studies. The system virtual reality cognitive function. Second is VR and AR. Third is virtual machine or augmented reality. Fourth is VR and AR in education. Fifth is AR cognitive rehabilitation. This is the Prisma flowchart. First is recognizing through database searching, edition removing other source, record duplication remove, record screening, record exclude, full text article access for LGBT. For the fifth is full article exclude with restriction. Last is studies include in qualitative synthesis. Next is the table selection criteria. There is inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria. Next.
So these are the relevant studies that is included in our paper.
Okay. Next is the research question. The first research question is what technique or formal assessment are being employed to determine the effect of VR and AR on the brain as well as on mental growth. The research question 2, what the factor influence the effectiveness of VR and AR in cognitive and physiological action. Research question 3, what are the short-term and long-term impacts of VR and AR on users' mental health and cognitive development?
Results and discussion. Research question number 1. What techniques or formal assessment are being employed to determine the effects of VR and AR on the brain as well as mental growth? So there is table 3 right here, frequency of evaluation methods used. Neuropsychological testing, which includes but is not limited to tests of memory, attention, and executive function, are typically used in capturing the effect of VR and AR. MRI and fMRI are commonly applied in order to assess alterations in brain functioning and morphological characteristics due to VR treatments. The instruments that are employed include the self-administered questionnaires and scales, and some of these are state trait anxiety inventory or STAI for psychological impact in terms of anxiety, depression, and any other factors. With the help of scoring and quantifying of the observed changes in cognitive and psychological functions, statistical methods, for instance, t-test, ANOVA, and regression are applied.
And next is research question 2. What the factor influence the effectiveness of VR and AR in cognitive and physiological tasks? This is the factor and effectiveness of VR and AR in cognitive physiological tasks. This is table. Okay, the technology factors or VR modality affect the cognitive and physiology perform as compared to non-VR or low fidelity VR. Duration and frequency factor. It's also important what the duration of the VR or AR treatment or rehabilitation. Total time by user or by the group of user can be spent, and how often the user is using the VR or AR. Generally, an increased amount of time in increased frequency of exercising with VR or AR are likely to enhance cognitive and physiological performance. Intervention characteristics. The extent of the specification characteristic of the VR or AR intervention is important. The functionally related to patient requirement and activity associated with play are considered to be more sensitive to effectiveness of the application and the common user requirement. User-related factor. The purpose of native and use-based factor included usage are age, their cognitive abilities, and their priority usage experience, with the technology leading to different outcomes. Native advantage of applying VR and AR are regarded as being experienced more often by the junior patient and people with the higher pre-operative think skill.
Research question number 3. How would the concept of two-way pegging on the sidechain impact performance? So the first, short-term impacts. In short-term use, both VR and AR have positive impacts on the mental health of the users and their cognitive development. Referring to treating phobias and anxiety, one can recognize the efficiency of using VR exposure therapies to build safe ones. Temporary prototypes include memory improvement and enhancement of attention and main executive functions right after VR or AR interventions, though the effectiveness may not be perpetual. Second one, long-term impacts. Consequently, as with most forms of technology that integrate new stimuli into people's sensory interactions with the world, more long-term effects of VR and AR are either still unproven or documented due to lack of research on cognitive or psychological benefits beyond short-term outcomes. The long-term disadvantage include cyber sickness and the possible over-reliance on technology.
The conclusion is there is four key points in conclusion. For instance, VR and AR should be useful for memory improvement, stress reduction, executive skill improvement, cognitive and emotional rehabilitation, and personalization of experience that will lead to improved effect. The second is regardless of the finding, using VR and AR in conjunction with the other therapeutic techniques and orientation could greatly improve their feasibility and usefulness in raising awareness of mental disorder and development problem and improving help to those who need it. Third is some of the challenges are cyber sickness, high cost, and low access, which could be a hindrance to wider use, and more studies are required to fine-tune this application and solve the variation in outcome record in the studies. The last is still the advancement in VR and AR technology will allow the further and more complex application in physiological and cognitive therapeutic practitioner, thus positioning and development as a crucial media and for enhancing emotional state discretion and anxiety, replacing cognitive trend and augmenting memory. Okay, that's all our paper. Thank you.